Hello there, I'm Scotty. You're not. Welcome back to Tubi Tuesday, and we are talking about. Let me scoot this over a little bit. I think I have it too far over. You can see that shelf, and it's weird. And I don't know anymore. And last week we talked about Piranha 3D. Well, for me, it was only 90 minutes ago. And now we are talking about Piranha 3 Double D. And we're still going with the goofing around in the credits. Why? So, as mentioned, none of the original crew or cast came back except for what's his name? Not Vin Diesel. What's his name? The hell's his name? So Christopher Lloyd and the black guy from the last one. I can't remember his name. They're the ones that come back. But I guess there was another guy, Andrew the cameraman, who was one of the characters in the last one. I don't know. But yeah, they show up in this for just cameos. But anyway, this was written by Marcus Dunstan and I had it. Patrick Melton. Marcus Dunstan and Patrick Melton. Why my brain is going mush right now, I don't know. It was written by them and directed by John Gulager, who brought us the Feast movies, as well as this, and Children of the Corps Runaway, which is a shitty movie. Everything after 6, now they're not good movies by any stretch of imagination, but anything after 6 is pure shit. They were trying anything they could throw in. A woman going to see her grandmother, and there's creepy kids. The runaway person who used to be from, that might be the same movie. I don't remember. They all mushed together. This was better than that, at least. We have completely abandoned everything from the first film, although they do have a brief shot of, it's been 1 year since the events of that film. And now there is a water park, which is run by David Koechner, who plays the character of Chet. His stepdaughter, Maddie, played by Jesus Christ. No, it's not played by Jesus Christ. Danielle Panabaker. Why am I losing names here? Danielle Panabaker has come back, and she's not happy because he's turning this water park that is like a family water park into a sex amusement park, basically. It's now going to be an adult swimming park. An adult park where people, mostly women, can swim naked. Or naked in this first part, but when the park opens, they're all just topless. Which makes sense because one part, it's weird because it's an adult park. It's a section where everything is adult, but the other side, there are kids there and families, so I don't know what he's really trying to do. But, yeah. Well, the Piranhas have followed a pipeline from wherever the first movie took place to here. And they start to kill off people. That's the plot. And they go in so much more devious ways here, where it's like people. There are a couple people that die, and it wasn't even from the piranhas. I took that setting off. You're not supposed to automatic play anymore. Anyway. Where was I? Like, there's one dude that gets killed by a trident, another dude gets his head sliced off. We'll get to it. But, yeah. So we're introduced to Maddie. She's coming back. She's meeting her stepfather, and we meet other characters in her life. Her two other girly friends who are there. One is Katrina Bowden, the other one is an African-American actress that I do not recognize. But she has her own little boyfriend, and then Katrina Bowden wants to hook up with Jean-Luc Debidibido, the guy from Baby Daddy. Before Baby Daddy. She wants to lose her virginity to him. I got news for you, sweetheart. That happened. And there's this other dude who has an unrequited crush on Maddie. Did we just do this in the last one? Where the main dude had a crush on a girl? They're just rehashing this. Well, the African American girl and her boyfriend are in a van down by the river or lake or whatever when they're going to have sex, right? But they didn't put the parking brake on, or they hit it or something, and it backs into the river. And because poor Travis, I remember his name, because what happens to him, he's handcuffed because that's sexy. It's not, by the way. You tried to be kinky with that. That's not. If I was with a woman and they tried that shit, that is not sexy. That is creepy. It's weird. But he's handcuffed, and because can't get out, and she's running to the top of the thing, of the van, he gets eaten by the piranha, and then she ends up getting eaten by the piranha, and they find the van, but no carcasses, even though we've seen before and after this, in the first movie and after this, that the piranha fish leave carcasses. It's not like these are different. I mean, the last one teased that they were going to be bigger, but not really. These are about the same size as the last one. There's one big one that's in a dream, but, I'm going to stop playing. But, I took the setting off. So they can't find their bodies for some reason. Maybe they floated away. I don't know. But they eventually find piranha fish. Also, during this time, Katrina Bowden goes skinny dipping with the dude from Baby Daddy. And one of the piranha fish swims into her vagina. And she feels it. And she gets mad at the Baby Daddy dude thinking he did something, which is not what happened. But she's like, I'm gonna get out of here. And throughout the next few days, she's feeling weird. Or maybe just the next day, she's feeling weird. Upon finding out about the piranha fish, she goes to see Christopher Lloyd from the last one, Goodman, and they bring him another piranha fish. He basically says the same thing. Oh, they're dangerous. They're deadly, whatever. And so then she tries to get Chet to stop this, but he won't listen because he cares about, we've got to have money. That's all he cares about, and boobs. And if he's the mayor of Jaws, basically. He won't listen. Mayor from Jaws, excuse me. He won't listen because he cares about money too much and tourists and all that shit. And honestly, if he listened, we wouldn't have him. So, yeah. At one point, Maddie has a dream that I think is supposed to rip off the scene from Nightmare on Elm Street, where she's dreaming that a bunch of piranha fish are leaking into the water and a giant one jumps at her and then she sort of wakes up. I don't know what that scene was supposed to add, but she finds that the piranha fish are going through the tunnels and may somehow get into the water park, which is why she tries to tell Chet. He won't listen. Also, her ex-boyfriend, who is Chris Zilka, Flash Thompson from the Amazing Spider-Man movies, and this was before that, I think, just shortly before it. He must shave his head shortly after this because he's got hair here. He's her ex-boyfriend. He's a cop. He's a crooked cop because, of course, he is, and he's, illegally letting him do this stuff. Because we found out Chet made a well that digs into the lake and pumps water directly into the park, which is not sanitary because that shit's not. It's lake water, yeah. But somehow it gets clean because of the chlorine, I guess. I don't know. I'm kind of barreling through this. Well, because Katrina Bowden is not feeling well, she decides, hey, you, guy from Baby Daddy, fuck me. No, she doesn't say guy from Baby Daddy. Fuck me. Come in me. Dude, come on, do it. I don't want to die a virgin. All right. Horny or not. All right. Even if I was the one person on earth that had never gotten laid up till this point, I think I'm going to say no. How about no? No. There's something wrong with her. But no, he does it. And of course, he gets the piranha fish on his penis. Yes. And then she, bleeds and spits out some weird white goo. No, it's not that white goo, you sickos. At least, I don't think it is. He says he's about to finish, but I don't think that's what it's supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be what do you call it? Pus or something? I don't know. She spits something out. And they both end up surviving, although the dude from Baby Daddy no longer has a penis because he cut it off with a knife. So, damn it, why is it I start itching in the middle? You schizoids. Yeah, so they're fine, but Maddie, I think she gets a sample from, they go in the water, but they're not. We find out that Barry, which is funny, because she keeps saying Barry, and I'm thinking she's talking to the Flash, because, he can't swim, which doesn't really add anything, But it's the grand opening day, and they've hired, I can't escape from this man, David Hasselhoff to be an honorary lifeguard for this ceremony. Is this how he got arrested in Kicking It Old School? Which would take place before this, but still, I don't know. Anyway, so he's the honorary lifeguard, the star. He's the publicity thing to get people to come in. And he's a dick. Because basically people are like, oh, I need help. And this little kid named David, because they have the same name, you see. He claims he got bit, but mom's like, oh, you get just tis but a scratch, basically. And so, this might be a little bit picky. But Maddie shows up to this thing to warn her stepdad about what's going on and tell him to shut it down. She spends the whole climax in a swimsuit top, a bikini top. The reason I'm choosing to nitpick this is because she is shown to be the one who's against all this debauchery and all this stuff, and hates this concept that Chet has brought forward, but then shows up to this thing in a bikini top. Don't you think if you were trying to be the sensible one, you would dress more sensibly? It's not till towards the end I realized she's wearing a bikini top. Why? She's supposed to be the one that's against this. She should be the one wearing the most clothes in this situation. But I digest. So, shit goes down because the piranha fish show up and start killing people. They Hasselhoff, they do it too much. They do the thing where he's going to turn, like he's going to do something. He's like, It is again. And then finally, when he sees little David's in trouble, he goes to help and saves the kid. They do the joke where he's out of shape, but honestly, he looks in better shape than I am. He's like, I'm getting old. I'm like, dude, you look in better shape than I am. You may be older than me, but you look in better shape. I mean, come on. Please. So, like that, shit goes down, people getting chomped, and this one dude named Big Dave, there's 3 characters with the name David, by the way, gets one of the piranha fish stuck in his ass and has to have Barry pull it out as Barry goes to drain the pool. So he does that. Before he does that, though, he tells Maddie how he feels. And she's like, I thought you were gay. And he's like, but she kisses him on the cheek. So he does that. And then Big Dave pours chlorine into the little hole thing and lights it on fire. Is chlorine flammable? And even so, would it light in water? I don't know, but that blows the fuck out of the fish. Piranha fish. During all the chaos, though, Chet decides he's getting the fuck out of there because he keeps repeating, "It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault." Yeah, it is your fault. You illegally pumped the water in. It's your fault. It's completely your fault. It's also, what's-his-face's fault, too, the corrupt deputy, because he allowed it to happen. He gets his. He's the one that gets the trident in the eyeball. You reap what you sow, motherfucker. Anyway, so Chet decides to get the hell out of Dodge. He sees this little girl over her mom who is not dead because the piranha fish, and he just like throws money at her. "It's not my fault," and drives off. I like how the little girl goes like, "This check makes sure it was real cash." I liked it that. But he drives off and gets decapitated. And like I said, there are 2 kills. Ving Rhames! I remembered his name. He and Andrew, the cameraman before, show up, and he has no legs. He survived, but has no legs. And he has fake legs, and he starts, one of them which is a shotgun, and starts shooting at the piranha fish. They survive, by the way. And, yeah. So he's, yeah. But, yeah, everything is fine. All the fish are blown up, but, and if any are left, they're stuck flopping, right? Well, just then, Maddie gets a phone call from old Professor Brown, Doc Brown, Goodman, Christopher Lloyd, who says that the fish have evolved and are now learning to walk. But Maddie already knows this because the one that's there is already learning to walk. And then jumps up and kills the little kid, David. Yeah. And then it becomes a joke during the credits of, like, the Hasselhoff is like, "Stupid little ginger," or whatever. And then, like, little ginger kid, whatever. And then, like, there's a joke through the credits where they're taking pictures with it. And then there's a bunch of gag reel stuff. That's why I was like, is it end? Did it end? Because it seems like it's going to end and it goes again. I don't know. It's weird. I can see why I got rid of this movie. Although, speaking from experience, I was kind of excited to see where this would go. You know, with these fish that cannot walk. However, my brain thinks that it probably wouldn't have gone as well, like they'd be nerfed, because evolving with legs, would that also evolve them to be able to breathe out of water? Because that's another thing. They could walk on land all they want, but if they have to go back to the water, then there we have a weakness. If we could do something with that, you know? Maybe they have to go back to the water, wherever they're going, put a little gasoline in there. Light the fuckers on fire. Roast fish for everyone. I don't know. Just an idea. But no, the movie bombed. So, in my opinion, after the first one, you should have just released this direct-to-video. I don't think this needed to go to theaters, and that's the big problem. You know, you could have capitalized on that and do direct-to-video sequels. I think they would have done better. What do I know? This is also middle of the road. Lower middle of the road than the other one, but these are both popcorn movies. You can just put them on, have fun with them, especially this one. This one's a little more have fun. You need the boobs and the blood, that's what you get. That's what you get with these. So, yeah. So, I knew in order I wanted to do these first 4. But, I don't know or care which ones come next. So, I put them all into here, and we're going to be selecting them. So, you're going to know what the next one is. You know, each week. So, we're going to find out what the next movie I'm doing next week will be. Or for next week will be. And it is... Drum roll, please. A Fish Called Wanda. I just did a movie about fish. Close. Fish Called Wanda. Movie I've been interested in for a while. Since I had this... It was one of those DVD games It was called Shout About Movies. I had like 3 of them. We had them as a family, but when I moved out, I took them with me. And one TV one was like, we had all of the movie ones and only one of the TV ones. But Fish Called Wanda was featured on there a couple times, and I wanted to see. My mom says it's hilarious, but I never actually checked it out. So we shall see if my mother is right. Mother knows best, right? That's father knows best. I don't know. Anyway, what are your thoughts on Piranha Double D? And yes, 3 Double D. I'm going to put 3 Double D. 3 Double D. Although, it just says Double D in the opening thing. Oh, I forgot about the opening thing. Gary Busey and Clu Gulager are here. Yes, he put his dad in his movie again. Although, if I remember correctly, in Feast, he's a more prominent character. There's a cameo here. And they're killed by the piranhas. I think Gary Busey had one in his eye. I don't know. I forgot about that. But anyway, thank you for watching. I'm Sky, and I'll see you in the next one.